always meet somebody who would change our lives forever. Mine happened to be my best friend's sister, Megan. Megan was born with cystic fibrosis. If you don't know, cystic fibrosis is a disease that causes a sticky mucus to form on the lungs, which makes it hard to breathe, and it causes other problems later on in life um, with breathing. You're in and out of the hospital. Everyone in life, they struggle different ways. There's emotional struggle, physical struggle, and even spiritual struggle. Um, but what we do with these struggles is how we, I guess, define our character. And Megan was somebody who showed me how to change my ways of viewing hardships. Um, there are many different people in the world, those who view things negatively, those who view things positively, and even those who hold in their feelings and don't show them, which causes even more problems. Megan struggled in her life. She had many hardships, but she never stopped fighting, and she kept a great attitude through it all. And this is something we can all learn in life. It's a great life lesson. Megan was born with cystic fibrosis, and her family was told that she would not make it past the age of 12. Can you imagine growing up in a world where the odds are against you? Life for Megan was rough. She was in and out of the hospitals throughout her whole life. You never realize what a sick kid really goes through until you experience it yourself and you can actually see how much time they spend in the hospital and dealing with their medical issues. Megan wasn't supposed to live past the age of 12, but she did. Actually, she lived to be 24 because she was a fighter and she never gave up on life and never let the hospital get the best of her. She had many surgeries over her short life. She had about many bowel obstruction surgeries, I think 12 actually. Many surgeries on her lungs. She had a double lung transplant when she was 21, and then she actually went into rejection and passed away at the age of 24. Granted, she had one of the best family support systems I've ever seen in my life. Megan, from the day she was born, had something to fight for, and she knew that she was going to fight for it. She always knew her life was different from those around her, but she made the best out of it, and she knew she was never going to be normal. But I, for one, know that a life like this would be hard for anybody, and no one would enjoy this sort of life if you did not have a good attitude about it. Megan was different from any regular child, especially when he's sick. She was a fighter. She even actually got that tattooed on her back. It said fighter, and she definitely proved herself to be one. She overcame many obstacles in her short life, the major one being beating the odds of her life expectancy with cystic fibrosis. Along with this, she lived the most normal life that someone in her situation could. She did go to school when she wasn't in the hospital. She had boyfriends. She had friends. She went to the mall. She did things with them. And even though she knew that she was going to have a short life, she decided to put that aside and fight through that and live the most normal life that she could with what she had. She was a very headstrong woman. She knew what she wanted and what she wanted to accomplish in her life, along with her family who let her know that she had support in whatever she wanted to do. She actually one time had pink hair and her family even approved of that. I don't know what was up at that stage. With all this going on in someone's life, you would expect a very bad attitude. Not Megan. She was one of the happiest people I knew. She was always positive. She was never going to give up on what she wanted. And she knew she was facing a life full of disease and one that would eventually take her down. She was always looking for something she could do to help others or to make others happy. She wasn't worried about herself. I'm not telling you the story of Megan so you feel sorry for her family and friends. That's not why I'm telling you this at all. She lived a very happy life. But in life, there's always struggles, and there will always be times of defeat. I'm saying that there is always someone out there who has it worse than you. If you're breathing, then you're lucky. Life is such a beautiful thing, but it can be ruined so easily with negative attitudes. Megan was a major inspiration to my life, and I will live each day to the fullest and look at life as it is a precious gift that sometimes has its downs. These things in life can be fixed or changed, though, just with your attitude. Um, Life can be challenging to everyone, whether it be an emotional, physical, or spiritual challenge. We have to fight through it, keep a good attitude, and never give up on what we want in life. Because in the end, the life that we live today, this life is what we have today, and tomorrow is never promised. It is, it's never guaranteed that you're going to wake up the next day. If everyone could view their life as precious as those who have diseases, like Megan did, and really aren't promised another minute, much less than tomorrow, I think we could all see that life would get better for us. We will meet someone in our lives that will change it forever. It could be a completely different reason than mine, but once you meet that person, your life changes forever, and you understand the importance of attitudes and how you view life in general.